We've been chasing shadows and missing substance, brethren. What will be sad is if we forget, because with all of this, something should change in our lives. Something should change about the way we do things. Something should change about the way church is even run. You know what Proverbs chapter 11 verse 4 said? Excuse me. Proverbs 11 verse 4. It says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. In other words, possession is not protection. During all of this, the rich died, the poor died, the beautiful died, the one who was ugly died. Did my wealth spare me from dying? In fact, initially it was as if it was only rich people it was killing. And I'm sure some of us will say, yes, politicians, it's good. Let them, maybe they are the ones, when Corona sees there's politician written on your forehead, it will attack the person and kill. But people several across the Kedah, did anybody's wealth save them? No. Could that $200,000 car protect me? No. How far with that your $50,000 wristwatch? Could it keep Corona away? No. What of your 15K perfume? You mean that thing cannot keep bacteria away? $15,000 perfume cannot keep virus away from you. You spray it and no virus can come near you. It couldn't. In the end, all of us are relying on 500 naira face mask. One of us, when we were discussing yesterday, he said to me, he was telling us, he said, I evaluated myself during this period. I looked at myself before God. He said, Pastor, do you know what I scored myself? We were listening. We said what? He said 3. One of us ministers said, 3 over 10. He said, no, 3 over 100. That is, that he evaluated his Christian walk, his walk with God, throughout all of this. All the money I'm pursuing, the this I'm pursuing, the that I'm pursuing. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 15, Ephesians 5:15. He says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Walk with eternity in mind. Don't just walk to take this. I'm getting. What's the difference between us and the politicians we complain about? The only difference is our own opportunity has not come like their own came. But if our own come too, it's equal to the same thing that they are doing, we will all gather. All the while, what we did not know, we thought we had riches. Riches had us. We didn't know. We thought we had wealth. No, wealth had us. The reason that tithe, offering and all that is such a big deal to church and non-church folk alike is because of greed. That's it. It's greed. If not for our greed, our covetousness, that God says bring 10%, should not be an issue to me to discuss whether is it Old or is it New Testament. But when I'm praying Psalm 91, I'm not saying Psalm 91 is Old Testament, it won't work for me. But it's our greed. It's not about tithe. It's not about the offering. It's not about anything. It's our greed that is speaking. Our wealth has had us. It has to change in the name of Jesus. None of that, oh, my money, my house, my car. When you begin to talk like that, your wealth has you. What's the worst that could happen? I am saying the worst is if after all you've seen, after all I've seen, I go back to my old ways as a pastor. Well, let's call it an angel. And he said to the man, what do you want me to do for you? One wish. And the man said, I want to see the newspaper of 1 year in front. For example, this is August. And he says, I want to see the newspaper of August 2021. Why was he asking for the newspaper of August 2021? Because he wanted to see how much stock was or will be in 2021. So that he can buy now the ones that are going to go up, and then if he has anyone that looks like it went down in 2021, he will sell. So that he can see the businesses that are prosperous in 2021 and begin in 2020 to take possession and position himself. And so they said, okay, which granted? So they granted him to receive the newspaper of 1 year ahead. And he opened the newspaper and he started seeing the stocks that were appreciating very well. He knew where to invest now, to do how to get more money. But he saw more. As he kept opening one page, he saw his obituary.